FDF97C3D, the local newscast for Sicily. I'm Perilous Elenius, and today we'll be discussing the major reforms and changes the state of Rome has been experiencing. There are many questions to be answered about the reforms. Could these changes be detrimental to Rome? After a long era of dominance in the Mediterranean basin, is Rome approaching their decline? All these questions answered now on MMEC.
I'm Ovidius Lebeus, and welcome to MMEC. Rome is known for its powerful military, as it has become the backbone of the state. However, it is apparent that generals of Roman armies have been using their military commands as an opportunity to seize power. One of the generals who has done this is the military leader Gaius Marius. Marius's reforms are to abolish the requirement that a Roman needed land in order to join the army. As many saw this strategy to expand the military, others saw this as a way to gain power. We now take you to Aemilia Messalina and Cornelia Floriana to discuss further the effects of these reforms.
Thanks, Libanius. Let me just start off by saying that I do support the changes Gaius Marius has implemented. It's the simplest way to expand the already growing dominance of the Roman military. These reforms will also eventually result in the loyalty to Rome, as it sparks a sense of equality among the citizens.
Miss Selina, although I do agree that Marius has a great strategy to improve the strength and military of Roman conquest, I have to completely disagree with you on the idea that these reforms will bring loyalty to Rome. The men that Marius is accumulating to the army are mostly poor men who serve their commander in return for money and land. This may show the benevolent nature of Marius. It is evident that they would only be loyal to Marius, and as a result, he would slowly win the support of the people and gain more power. So now, not only has Marius achieved power for himself, but the military has become an instrument for future commanders to gain power.
You bring up some really good points, Paulina, but I will have to counter that argument myself.
Hold on to that thought, Messalina. Unfortunately, we're out of time today. Thank you both for joining us today, and we'd love to have you back on the show at a later time. Right now, after this commercial break, we will be discussing Sulla and his dictatorship. Will Rome listen to anyone other than themselves? Why must they ignore their own fellow citizens? Cicero wanted the best for Rome by bringing back the established laws that brought success to Rome in the past.
It is obvious that the old way maintained a good system previously. Now Rome has been reformed and fallen into disorder.
Is this what you want Rome to turn into? Help bring back Rome to its former glory. Support Circe's proposition. Support Rome.
Mr. Galusha was not harmed in the making of this commercial. Batteries not included.
Welcome back. Next political figure that has tremendously affected Rome is the commander and dictator Sulla. Many of his reforms included giving the Senate more power. For example, he limited the power of the tribunes, not allowing them to offer legislation, and the generals could not leave their provinces to restrict their powers. And now we take you to Julia Paulina, who will interview Sulla's political advisor, Superbus Fufius, to tell us his thoughts about the latest reforms and propositions.
Thanks, Libanius, and thank you, Fufius, for being with us today. Now, my first question for you is this. How might you think Sulla's reforms will affect the government and the state in general?
Sulla has certainly made some challenging changes for the Roman citizens to bear. For example, he limited the power of the tribunes, restricting their power for legislation, which I believe will greatly decrease the amount of disputes in the government. Additionally, he also limits the power of ambitious army commanders from Roman provinces, and this would also lead to a more organized, less disputed state.
I know you've emphasized that Sulla's reforms will benefit the well-being of the Roman government. Do you think there are aspects of his change that you would disagree with?
Certainly, Paulina. One of the main concerns I have is that Sulla's changes all involve the adjustment of power on two really important aspects of Rome. the army and the people. I think it is clear that the reforms Sulla has put in are simply a way to maintain the power he has achieved. Why else might he not allow ambitious commanders of Roman provinces to leave their borders? Wouldn't Rome see greater expansion if they were allowed to do so? Also, by eliminating the power of tribunes, Sulla also eliminates the potential disputes he would receive within the government. And by giving the Senate more power, he knows that they would only support him.
We'll certainly follow up some more on that. In other news, the two military leaders, Pompey and Crassus, are both in an attempt to suppress the slave revolt against Rome and Thracia. Despite the two working together, these two leaders have experienced much tension with each other, as both are very ambitious to gain more power in Rome. We now take you to Alypia, who is in Thracia at the site of the revolt, where the situation is currently not as serious right now.
Yes, you said it correctly. These two have had many tensions with each other. I had the opportunity to speak to Crassus today and asked him about his thoughts on Pompey. He said, quote, "I think Pompey is just mopping up operation for my bold and powerful actions on this revolt. As this revolt poses serious dangers to the Roman government, tensions among individuals like these will only further harm the state. Yet Pompey has used his military power to try and benefit Rome. For example, Pompey was given command to clear out pirates in the Mediterranean Sea, who were interfering with grain supply in Rome. So you can see that Pompey's actions are an attempt to benefit the Roman economy. He has also used strategies to gain allies and loyalty of local rulers in return for the protection of the Roman military." Selena's back to you.
Alright, Olympia, we appreciate your time and thoughts on this subject. After the break, we'll take you to Lavinius, who will update us on the sports.
Rome, a state known for its dominance and prosperity. Is this true though? Even if the state is prosperous, is Rome a fair and rational state?
The answer is no. Marcus Livius Drusus was an active tribune who attempted to expand Rome by allowing citizenship of the state's allies.
However, the Senate saw this as a pointless movement and violently murdered Marcus. Such actions put Rome at risk for gaining more enemies. Stop this unnecessary violence in Rome. Campaign for a brighter day.
Welcome back to MMEC. We'll now bring you to the latest sports updates from Selene.
The Hellfinger jersey has completed in 10 races, ranking in the top 10 for 8 of the 10 races, breaking Sicily's top speed for horse racing.
Sorry to interrupt, Silenus, but this just in. Julius Caesar has been killed by what has been reported to be a stabbing. We take you now to our key correspondent Olympia to fill us in on this.
Thanks, Lavinius. Julius Caesar was brutally stabbed by the conspirators, including his closely trusted friend Brutus, in the theater of Pompey. Right now, Caesar's body is currently being carried out of the building, and you can just hear the cries of anguish. We'll keep up with this story in the upcoming days, Lavinius. Silenus, back to you
We
guys.
appreciate your efforts in being there, Olympia. Caesar was loyal to Rome and her citizens. He created a bigger senate, raising it up to about 900 members. He also extended Rome and citizenship into the outlying provinces, expanding Rome's growing empire. Overall, he made his best efforts to help the Roman state. Julius Caesar will be missed. Thank you for joining us on MMEC. Good night. One more time. Sorry to interrupt, Silenus, but this just in. Julius Caesar has been killed by what has been reported to be a stabbing. We take you now to our key correspondent. Okay. Okay, no. Okay, we can keep going. Keep going. Okay. Yeah. I'll just keep going. Alright. Hold on.
Turn the computer. Move out of the chair.
No. I can do that. Hold on. Stop. Okay, hold on. I'll keep going. Sorry. Stop. No, it's good. You already did it. Stop. Oh my God, stop.